Police have arrested a suspect who's accused of threatening Caroline Kennedy.
A propane explosion in Oklahoma leaves one person dead.
A man is recovering from a shark attack in Hawaii. Good morning. It's Friday, March 20th, 2015. Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. I'm Megan Judy.
Good Friday morning to you. I'm Chris Gothner.
And I'm Eric Aldrich, and the last morning of winter.
Yeah.
We're excited.
All right, thank you very much.
Police in Japan arrested a man from Okinawa in connection to threats made to U.S. Ambassador Caroline Kennedy.
Japanese media identified the man as 52 years old.
At least one person is dead today after a propane explosion destroyed a duplex in Oklahoma last night. Officials say 2 women and 2 children were inside the duplex at the time of the explosion. One of the women was killed and the other injured. Officials say children made it out of the complex safely. The cause of the explosion is unknown and investigation is ongoing. Chicago firefighters battled a huge warehouse fire in the building containing, this is mildly ironic, a fire extinguisher factory. The warehouse caught fire shortly after 9 p.m. Officials quickly escalated the fire to an extra alarm blaze, bringing in 56 pieces of apparatus and nearly 160 firefighters. There are no reports of any injuries so far, and investigators are still trying to determine what caused the fire. ISIS militants are claiming credit for an attack on tourists at a Tunisian museum that killed 23 people. The Tunisian government says 2 of the gunmen were recruited at local mosques and trained in Libya. Those 2 were killed in the attack, while 9 people are under arrest for helping plan the event. This was the deadliest attack on civilians in Tunisia in 13 years. Secretary of State John Kerry is continuing nuclear talks with his Iranian counterpart in Switzerland. The U.S. and other world powers are trying to reach a deal with Iran to suspend parts of its nuclear program in exchange for relief from economic sanctions. The West has long accused of Iran of trying to develop nuclear weapons. Negotiators are working to reach a self-imposed deadline to agree on a framework for the deal by the end of March. Have you received a call asking for donations to support veterans lately? Why that call might not be someone looking to help those who've served. We'll have that story after weather.
The grass is turning green, the flowers are blooming, and those Budweiser Clydesdales, they're back, which makes me so excited because it makes me think of the Cardinals baseball team.
Warm Springs Ranch in Boonville is home to the famous horses, and the farm is opening for the season tomorrow. KOMU 8's Colby Satterfield joins us live in Boonville with that story and some special guests.
Thanks, Megan and Chris, and happy spring to you guys. My spring is starting.
A week away, so, 60s and 70s for the foreseeable
We're
future.
going to focus on those 60s and 70s. My goodness, how fantastic.
You cannot complain about those.
No. Hopefully people don't.
Right. We don't like them.
That would be
They do.
sad if they complained about 60s and 70s.
I agree.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Eric. The nonprofit group Welcome Home Incorporated says someone is posing as their organization to scam people. The scammer is calling and asking for people to give him credit card numbers for donations. The calls feature a man claiming he's a veteran with a group called United Vets. He then asked for money supporting Welcome Home, but that's not true. Columbia police traced the calls to a number in India that is known for scams and admitted there's not much they can do about it.
It's sort of the lowest of the low. We are a homeless shelter for veterans. We're, trying to do a huge capital campaign for a project that has been in the works for several years.
Police advise people to write down the number if they receive a call, hang up, and contact police. If you want to make sure you're donating to Welcome Home, we've provided a link to its donation page on our website, KOMU.com.
Apple Watch is about to roll out in the U.S.
And there are already a few bad apples in the bunch. Why a good deal on the new Apple Watch may not be as good as it seems. Starbucks has outlined new details about its proposed delivery service. Starbucks will test delivery services by offering it in 2 cities later this year, Seattle and New York City. The service will be available in specific areas, including homes and offices. Customers will be able to order delivery through the Starbucks mobile app. J.D. Power has released a new survey measuring the satisfaction of car owners taking their vehicles into dealerships for service. Jaguar was tops among all luxury brands and the best of any brand, while Buick was tops among non-luxury brands. Jeep received the worst ratings among all 20 brands. The study was based on work done at franchise dealerships in 2014. Thanks, Eric. It appears the FAA could be softening its stance on commercial drone use for one major retailer. The federal agency gave Amazon permission to experiment with certain drones for its fleet. But there's a catch. Under the terms of the permit, drones can only be flown below 400 feet during the day and in clear weather conditions. Amazon is also required to send monthly data from its tests to the FAA. The Apple Watch is one of the most hyped tech launches in recent times.
And it didn't take long for the reduced price fakes to appear. They're already on sale in China. NBC's David McKenzie looks at what's on the offer and whether they're the bargain they seem.
If you were wondering who has the best customer service in the fast food industry, well, one survey says it has the answer. It's Chick-fil-A, according to the survey. Survey included results of 10,000 U.S. customers and ranked almost 300 companies across 20 industries. It's the fourth year in a row the Georgia-based company won the award. Papa John's ranked second among fast food chains and received an overall ranking of 8th. Well, at least one woman has appeared on coins. No woman has ever been on American paper currency so far.
Now, there's a really big campaign to change that. NBC's Hallie Jackson found a class of 5th graders debating who fits the bill. Just because the petition receives enough signatures does not mean a change would actually happen.
It's up to Congress to make the final decision of who, if anybody, goes on the 20s in the future.
A fascinating day for space lovers. I'll tell you more about what makes today's solar event so unique.
Looking forward to that, Phil. We are taking a live look over Columbia. It is 4:54 and you're watching KOMU 8 News Today.